Tonight, restrictions extended while elected officials in Bayfield are taking more measures to slow the spread of COVID-19. Plus, bag fee on hold. Enacting a controversial ordinance in Duluth could take a backseat again. We're looking into why. And later, a behind-the-scenes look. We take you inside a COVID ICU to show you what frontline workers are dealing with daily.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Bayfield County is extending its ban on public gatherings and not allowing spectators at sporting events as cases in the county have doubled just in the last month. CBS 3's Ryan Campos spoke with the mayor and explains why the restrictions are being extended into the new year.
COVID cases have more than doubled in Bayfield in the last 5+ weeks.
It's had a big effect on us, as small as we are.
In the days following Thanksgiving, a total of 35 new positive cases have been reported, bringing their total to 760 cases since the start of the pandemic.
We saw, like all over the country, there was a spike after Thanksgiving. People really, the smaller gatherings maybe causing bigger problems than the larger gatherings.
Which is why Bayfield County is extending its ban on public gatherings and spectators at sporting events. Something City of Bayfield Mayor Gordon Ringberg hopes will put an end to the increase in cases.
As we're seeing a spike in COVID cases across the county and across the state and across the country, it just makes sense to ask everyone to be a little more vigilant, to be a little more careful, and to watch out for other people, their family and their friends.
The public gathering extension officially begins Monday and will last through January 3rd. It defines public gatherings as planned or unplanned events with people from different homes who can't stay 6 feet apart for more than 10 minutes. The spectator ban lasts through February 5th.
Spectator restrictions, again, are going to be really more related to when the sport teams are playing. And, with basketball being a big sport up here, we want to make sure that people that go to watch their kids play don't pass the virus on to each other.
Ultimately, Ringberg hopes this extension will help reduce the strain of hospital workers.
Unfortunately, if we have all those beds filled with people with COVID symptoms, that takes away their ability to also respond to traffic accidents or other trauma that happens in the area.
We did receive a statement from the Memorial Medical Center in Ashland saying they hope residents will follow the restrictions and allow the hospital to continue giving the community the necessary care it needs. Meanwhile, the Silver Bay Veterans Home is on the mend after dozens of its residents and staff had COVID-19 just 2 weeks ago. Officials say at the height of the outbreak, 42, or about a fourth of their residents and staff were positive. Today, that number is down to 15. At one point, the state had to bring in more staff from other veterans' homes across Minnesota.
They provided services there. There was a continuation of good quality care to all our residents in the Silver Bay home.
Sadly, Silver Bay Veterans Home residents, 6 Silver Bay Veterans Home residents have died since the pandemic started. Staff and residents are tested weekly. Health officials in Minnesota are warning COVID cases could start to rise this week after Thanksgiving gatherings. Experts say numbers have leveled out slightly. The state's public health director says they have now adopted the CDC's new quarantine guidelines, which is 10 days as opposed to 2 weeks. There's also a 7-day quarantine recommendation if you receive a negative test 5 days after exposure. Both require you to be symptom-free throughout the entire time. Meanwhile, Governor Walz said he would like to see more leadership from Washington.
I just love to see some national leadership right now. We're dying. We're dying by the thousands. People are getting infected. Our hospitals are overrun. We're deeply concerned how we're going to get the vaccines out and all of that. And we're not really hearing much. And I think that's unfortunate.
Experts say asymptomatic transmission remains one of the biggest drivers for increased cases. In Michigan, restaurants, bars, schools, and more will have to stay closed a little while longer. Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer added 12 days to the state's partial shutdown. Whitmer says the extension will help the state health department assess how Thanksgiving travel impacted the COVID-19 spread. That means in-person instruction at high schools, dine-in eating at restaurants, and organized sports will stay on hold through December 20th. Movie theaters and bowling alleys will also stay closed.
We won't lift all of our protocols at once. We will do it in a measured way so we don't undo the progress that we've made. So, with recent daily case counts averaging well above 6,000 a day, the daily death toll reaching over 100 a day, and the risk of hospitals being overwhelmed. Right now, we've got to join forces and double down on what it's going to take to get these COVID numbers down.
Whitmer said case rates have started to level off, and she thanked small business owners for the sacrifices they've made. All right, let's check in on the weather now. Dave, I woke up to a few flurries this morning, but hey, with the warmer temps, they didn't last long.
Yeah, just like the past several days, you know, the clouds been up in the sky, but precious little snow has fallen down.
Yeah.
I'll show you the 7-day in a few minutes here. That does show a chance for snow later this week, but for the here and now, it's going to start on the warmer side, like it did today. High temps normally top out around 25. Today's range ran from about 28 to even 33 degrees in our area, and it'll be very similar temperature-wise tomorrow, if not a little bit warmer. Some towns could crack 40. But in general, temperatures will decrease as the week goes on. So this week, we're looking at that same pattern as last week. High pressure here and there to keep the precip at bay, and then a trough of lower pressure aloft to keep the clouds up. Farther to the west, there's that low pressure system that could bring us a chance for snow by Friday into Saturday. But for Tuesday, it may be mostly cloudy, but it should be dry. The morning start will be near 27, and the afternoon finish 39 degrees. So yeah, 14 to even 15 degrees warmer than normal for now. When we do cool down, will we go below normal? I'll let you know with the 7-day in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Duluth's plastic bag fee is set to take effect on January 1st. That means anyone who chooses to carry out their groceries or other items that way will be charged 5 cents per bag. After many years of discussion and a delay due to COVID-19, many are wondering if the fee will be pushed back again. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke with city councilors about when you could see those charges on your receipts.
A fee on plastic bags has been a controversial conversation in Duluth for years. But the city's ordinance might have to wait even longer to take effect. The fee is a 5-cent charge to customers carrying out plastic bags from Duluth businesses. The goal is to reduce plastic use. It was supposed to take effect in April 2020.
And obviously with COVID-19 coming about right before that happened, the council made a decision to push the implementation of that ordinance back to January, hoping that we would be clear of the pandemic.
But the pandemic hasn't gone away, and city councilors will soon discuss if another delay is needed. City Councilor Derek Medved says he didn't support the ordinance in the first place.
But as we look around now and see that we are in a very different time and people are struggling to even make it, I think we really need to take a good hard look at it and come up with some sort of solution.
City Councilor Eric Forsman has received community input and says there's a time and a place for an ordinance like this.
But I think there's some general consensus that implementing another ordinance like this during the pandemic is not necessarily the best idea.
Meanwhile, environmental support groups like Bag It Duluth supported the first delay.
It seemed as though at the time it was a very thoughtful response to let's just put this on hold and figure out the science, because it was clear at the time that the science was ambiguous.
But now they say it's time to move forward.
We know that this climate change and the impacts of plastics on our planet are not going away. And this is part of working and living in uncertainty.
The ordinance excludes anyone getting government assistance. City councilors say they'll likely be discussing the ordinance and when it could take effect later this week. Tonight, we're getting a better idea of when interstate traffic near the Lincoln Park neighborhood might be back to normal. MnDOT gave an update on the 27th Avenue West Bridge replacement project during a virtual meeting today. It's the first phase of the more than $340 million Twin Ports Interchange project, which is expected to be in full swing next year. They demolished the bridge, which runs over I-35, several weeks ago. Since then, traffic there has been down to one lane at times. Project leaders say that could continue through the winter.
And so it's a lot of sequencing and planning out ahead of time and utilizing lane closures so that way we can reduce the impact and the size of our footprint that we need to build it.
The bridge should be finished up by early spring. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we take you inside a COVID ward at a major Minnesota hospital.
And here's a look at downtown Ely, where there isn't too much snow on the roads. It may not be any till about Friday night, and then we do finally get a chance for something that'll try to stick. Theories go all over the place on how much will. We'll give you the latest in just a couple of minutes.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3. When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Being overweight may lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, a weakened immune system, and can make COVID-19 even more risky. At Healthy Systems USA, get your free weight loss consultation from the comfort of your own home. Call or go to HealthySystemsUSA.com.
Okay, Mr. Medicare figure-outer. One last question. What's the cost?
For many, Part A is free. Cost goes up the more parts you add. But UCare has Medicare Advantage plans that come with everything you need.
Sounds good. And so does your bike. Now.
Yeah, thanks to you, she's purring like a kitten on a bed of yarn.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah, I just made it up. You can steal it for your bike shop.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part.
In 2016, Mike missed out on a tax credit because he didn't get his health insurance through MNsure. He was sure he made too much money to qualify. He did it again the following year. And again. And again. And you get the picture. Every year, thousands of Minnesotans miss an exclusive tax credit through MNsure that averages over $5,100 a year. This year, be sure you're not one of them.
Maybe I should go through MNsure this year.
That is exactly right, Mike.
I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. Safety is our top priority, so our workers are following all CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of both our customers and employees. Get your dream bathroom for $0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till 2022. All of our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and come with a lifetime warranty. For a free estimate, call us today or go online to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
Being overweight may lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, a weakened immune system, and can make COVID-19 even more risky. At Healthy Systems USA, get your free weight loss consultation from the comfort of your own home. Call or go to HealthySystemsUSA.com.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's talk about the almanac for today. The normals are 25 for the high, 11 for the low. This morning in Duluth at the airport started well above that, 29 degrees. Didn't finish too much warmer, 31, but that's still warmer than normal. And for the next couple of days, we will be a bit warmer than normal, but then the temperatures will fall. And by the weekend, that'll come in conjunction with a low pressure system that finally has enough oomph to bring us something. Some models in the past couple of days really exploded upwards with these monster totals, but when you're still a week out, you take that with a grain of salt. Today's models are going now more towards nothing. So by splitting the difference, perhaps we'll get to reality by Saturday. We'll give you the latest theories on what's coming up in just a little bit. First, we'll start with the here and now. Current conditions at Duluth International Airport say the temp is 28, the relative humidity is 88, and the southwest wind's going 7 miles per hour. High air pressure at the surface, yet again, 30.05 inches of mercury, 1,018 millibars, the metric equivalent. Up aloft, though, a trough of lower pressure is working by, and that's creating some clouds. But, like Tony and I mentioned a little earlier, precious little precip, just a dusting here this morning, which frankly was dusting more than I expected. 28 to 29 degrees, that's the range of temperatures in the Upper Peninsula at this moment, and 30 to 31 is the narrow band being found in northwestern Wisconsin. The range is just a little bit wider in Minnesota, maybe about 27 to 30 for most of our towns. And one of the warmer exceptions and cooler exceptions is found on the Gunflint Trail. You get up towards the border with the B-Dub, it's 23. Down by the lake in Grand Marais, 31 degrees. Low temps tonight, thanks thanks to cloud cover, probably won't fall too far off the mark here in the 20s for most towns. And the cloud cover, it's a fairly thin veil, so it's not really showing up too well on the Doppler map, but some of the waves of slightly thicker clouds are showing up on this satellite Doppler combo map. And the bottom line is it should be mostly cloudy tonight and mostly cloudy tomorrow as the same story unfolds that we had last week. First a high pressure cell, then a narrow trough of lower pressure, then another high. So the clouds from this low, this little trough here, it stays with us through tomorrow. And then that high there gets to us perhaps by Wednesday, and we go towards the sunny side again. But now the bigger low is rolling out of the Rockies here for Friday night and in through Saturday. If you're a snow fan, we may not get that much snow in our neck of the woods. The latest charts indicate we'll be on the northern fringe here, so we're just going to get lighter snows as the main body of the system takes a roll towards the southeast. But of course, as I like to say, this offer is subject to change, and we'll let you know if the plan changes. Tonight in Minnesota, mostly cloudy sky, low temps 23 to 28. Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps 24 to 27. Hey, Minnesota's actually going to be just 1 degree warmer for a change. And tomorrow, Wisconsin and the UP go up with a mostly cloudy sky and highs pretty close to 40 degrees, so 15 degrees warmer than normal. Minnesota will be close, not too far behind, 37 to 41. But temperatures like that don't last, though they could last into Wednesday. By Thursday into Friday, though, we start to descend temperature-wise, just in time for that low to roll some snow. Right now, it looks like a 30% chance for this snow, Tony, Friday, Saturday, and maybe some flurries Sunday. Latest charts don't indicate very much in the way of totals. Okay. Again, the bulk of this precip slated to slide to the south for now.
Okay.
You know, these models go back and forth, so we will keep tracking this thing until it actually gets here.
Yeah, we know you'll keep a close eye on it. In the meantime, it's weird to see 20s back there on the 7-day. I feel like we've been marred in this stretch of 30s for about a week or so.
And some people like that. Yeah. Others want more ice for ice fishing and things like that. And so hopefully we please both sides with a couple of days.
We'll try. Thanks, Dave. Twin Cities hospitals are bracing for the unknown after a Thanksgiving holiday that could mean another surge in COVID-19 patients in the next week or so. Our sister station, WCCO, got a rare inside look at the COVID ICU at Regions Hospital, where doctors and nurses are feeling the strain. Liz Collins shares how helplessness and hope are at play every day.
People are struggling. Right now, we're on the 6th floor of Regions Hospital.
It's a floor that quickly transformed to care and isolate those infected the most seriously with a virus never seen before.
There's alarm bells going off. There's constant noise from the care that the patient is receiving.
And that, in many ways, 9 months later, remains a mystery.
This patient over here is prone on a ventilator, having a feeding tube in place. And there's constant protocols around getting him on his belly and then providing oxygenation for him.
As chief of hospital medicine, Dr. Benji Matthews feels some relief that 20 patients are in the COVID ICU, down from the all-time high of more than 30 2 weeks ago. Still, a total of 90 people with COVID-19 are receiving care in different wards at Regions right now.
We're stretched. We're definitely stretched.
To be able to share that perspective, we did socially distanced interviews outside with my photojournalist. After experiencing an asymptomatic case of COVID-19 myself, and testing positive for the antibodies, I went inside alone. Surgical masks are now just worn in hospital hallways and common areas. Staff moves to N95 masks and face shields when they're sharing the same airspace with a patient.
I feel safe in the hospital in the sense that we have not seen many colleagues get ill with COVID. The majority of people that have taken care of COVID patients have done really well. I feel just as safe in the hospital as outside, probably even more safe in the hospital.
Dr. Matthews leads 100 colleagues through various roles in fighting the virus.
She is here with the COVID pneumonia,
including telemedicine conferences that are now the norm.
Patients can go home with oxygen with 2 liters.
A routine once conducted in a conference room, another reminder of all that's changed. What hasn't? A heart for service among a purpose-driven team, along with a familiar call to action with a vaccine nearly in reach.
Wear a mask, physical distance, do your part, and I think there's hope.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, 79 years ago, Japan attacked the United States at Pearl Harbor. How Northlanders honored the fallen, coming up next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
Hurry into Fleet Farm to get the best deals of the week. Save big on things like Fleet Farm pistachios. A 1-pound bag, $5.99. Pennzoil full synthetic motor oil. 5 quarts, only $9.99 after rebate. And Wild Delight Nut and Berry Wild Bird Food. A 20-pound bag, $17.99. Plus, buy a $100 Fleet Farm gift card and get a $10 Fleet Farm gift card for free. Gifting just got easier. Fleet Farm, we've got you covered.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Santa knows a gift when he sees one. Ford, built for the holidays.
Now get $5,000 in total cash on an Escape. That's $5,000 in total cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Boat inventory on select London 19 and 20 models available.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on live local CBS3.
Today marks the 79th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. Just one day after the attack, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt addressed Congress saying yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. Soon after this powerful speech, Congress passed a declaration of war with only one opposing vote. Now, the Northland is paying tribute. CBS3's Peter Kevikauskas explains why today's ceremony in Duluth saw a somber first.
December 7th, 1941 is a day that changed American history. Just like in previous years, the community gathered in Duluth to remember those killed and injured in the attack on Pearl Harbor.
When these folks are gone, the memory will fade away. And the greatest generation should go on. They should be known. They should be appreciated for what they did. They saved the world.
Monday's ceremony behind the deck looked a little different. This year marked the first time that no Northland World War II veterans were there. A number of them passed away this year. That includes Arleigh Burke, who died at 100 years old in March. The Hoyt Lakes native served in Pearl Harbor on the USS Honolulu.
And as long as we speak of these people, they'll be alive. The day we quit talking about them is the day they die.
Organizers hope Burke's memory and thousands of others are never forgotten.
We got to remember them because what they went through. It was a terrible thing, and young people should never have to go through that.
It's estimated that just about 300,000 of the nearly 16 million Americans who fought in World War II are still alive. Still ahead in sports, Minnesota United playing in their first ever Western Conference Finals, plus an update to the UMD women's hockey schedule. Kelly has all those details and more coming right up.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS3.
What's behind the curtain? Window treatments from concept to creation to installation. Bellinger Drapery Shades and Blinds. Shades above the rest.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more. I'll take it. I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
This year, Santa's got his naughty, nice, and now his shop local list. With a unique variety of shops and restaurants, there's something for everyone at Fitkers. And for business or leisure, Fitkers Inn is Duluth's premier lakefront getaway. Fitkers. Shop, eat, sleep.
We insure your car because some people never learn to park. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
Keeping yourself and your family safe from germs and bacteria is made easy with Cetus ultraviolet technology for sterilization. Through time-tested ultraviolet irradiation, killing 99% of dangerous microbes is simple and effortless. UV light technology is faster and more reliable than water-based disinfectants. Now easier than ever to live germ-free. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Here at Angie's Closet, we are a consignment boutique that carries a variety of women's clothing and accessories in all shapes, sizes, and styles that are friendly on your wallet. Come let Angie and her team style you from head to toe in an outfit that is just your style. Shop Angie's Closet for the best in gift giving, for CC hats, mittens, gloves, or our full line of locally made candles, lotions, and soaps. And gift certificates are always a perfect fit. Shop in store or visit us online with curbside pickup or shipping available. Angie's Closet thanks you for shopping local.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
Synergy. To us, it's the definition of what's behind the curtain. Discover what we can create together. Bellinger Draperies, Shades, and Blinds. Shades above the rest.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Man, it's been a special season for Minnesota United. It started with a promising run in the MLS's back tournament over the summer, and that has turned into a run in the tournament that really counts, the MLS Cup playoffs. They advanced to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in franchise history. Emmanuel Reynoso and Bakaya Debasi both with goals for the Loons over the Seattle Sounders at last check. It is 2-0. Minnesota United. I can already hear Wonderwall. Well, was a great week. Do you hear that reference? I did. And the Wonderwall. Okay. What was a great weekend. Hopefully we're singing that by the end of the show. What was a great weekend for the UMD women's hockey team has taken an unfortunate turn. The Bulldogs will no longer be playing in Wisconsin against the Badgers this weekend. After the top-ranked Badgers reported an outbreak of positive COVID-19 tests, preventing them from reaching the minimum number of players required to compete in WCHA games this season. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they're coming off a 2-game home sweep over St. Cloud State and are now done for at least the rest of the year until more games are announced for the rest of the season. They're ranked 6th in the country through 6 games, more completed games than any other women's hockey program in the country right now. They sit at 4-2. And the issues do not stop for the Badgers. Their men's hockey team was scheduled to play at Michigan State on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. But after another positive test on Wisconsin's team, that series is now off as well. According to an announcement by the team, the 2 games set are expected to be rescheduled. As for the men's hockey team, it's so far so good in the NCHC pod, where there have been no positive tests after nearly a week of games. That was me knocking on wood. UMD is off to a perfect 3-0 start and stayed put at number 3 in the latest USCHO rankings today, behind only North Dakota and Boston College, who are also undefeated. The Bulldogs are currently riding an 8-game winning streak dating back to last season. Other big moves in the week polls include a 5-spot drop from 0-3 Denver down to number 9, while the 6-0 Gophers are up a spot to number 4. And they're back in action from Omaha tomorrow night against Miami of Ohio, who they beat 5-3 last night. And then a huge matchup on Thursday night against top-ranked North Dakota. Both of those games will be on My 9 Sports. And prior to this Thursday's game against the University of North Dakota, you are not going to want to miss Dog Dynasty Bubble Hockey. We're recapping all of the action so far from the first ever college hockey bubble. You'll hear from players, coaches, and staff as this unprecedented and unique start to college hockey treks on. That is Thursday, December 10th, before puck drop in Omaha at 7 p.m. on My 9 Sports. You can catch a replay right here on CBS3 Duluth on Sunday at noon. In some high school soccer news, Cloquet Esco Carleton senior Drake Schramm has signed his letter of intent to play it next season at UW Superior. Schramm finished his senior season with 21 goals and 17 assists for the Lumberjacks, big numbers during a shortened COVID season. He was also a longtime player in the Gitche Gummy soccer program. Well, both the Vikings and the Packers moved one step closer to the playoffs yesterday, but Green Bay's Aaron Rodgers did a little more than just win a football game. He threw his 400th career touchdown pass in his 193rd regular season game, the fastest quarterback to ever reach that milestone. Only 6 other quarterbacks have reached 400 touchdowns. Drew Brees was the next fastest in 205 games, 12 more than Rodgers. Rodgers' 3 touchdowns against the Eagles on Sunday put him up to 36 on the season, making him the first player in NFL history to have 5 seasons with 35 or more touchdown passes. I think Kirk's on the way to that, don't you think, Tony? That is going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Hey, no cell phones at the table. But it's Grandma.
Hi, Mom. Slumberland's biggest Thanksgiving sale in 3 years is held over. You'll get an additional 25% off our already low prices at Slumberland.
It's starting to get cold outside. Northwest Outlet is ready with fresh new inventory to keep you warm this fall and winter from Carhartt. Men and women know when they shop Northwest Outlet for Carhartt, they know their stuff. They carry more styles, more sizes, more colors, and more flame retardant Carhartt than anyone in the Northland. Jackets, jeans, shirts, gloves, bibs, hats, belts, socks, and sweats. We've got them all. Check Northwest Outlet's gigantic selection of long underwear, along with Carhartt work boots, rugged but comfortable. Happy holidays from Northwest Outlet.
Even if you've never gotten a flu shot, 2020 is the year to do so. Memorial Medical Center, your local health departments, and area tribes are encouraging you to get a seasonal flu shot to protect yourself and others. A seasonal flu shot is the best defense against flu, especially when COVID-19 is still a risk.
I've been with Trillium for over a year and a half now. Well, I think my favorite thing is just to interact and work with everyone. We're working with individuals here. That's probably my favorite part because you get to hear their story and everything that they've been through.
My name is Avis. I've worked for Trillium going on 4 years now. They're all so different and unique and amazing. We walk the mall, we go to movies, anything they want to do, it's all their choice, and it's always usually really fun.
Join our team of supportive and creative individuals. Visit trilliumservice.com or call today to set up an interview.
With all this family fun time, you need a good night's sleep. Come to Slumberland's huge Thanksgiving mattress sale and get an extra 25% off our already low prices. Get this Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress for just $3.99, only at Slumberland.
Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual Gift Givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Well, here's something you don't see every day, a bicyclist riding on a lake. This video comes to us from a viewer down in Solon Springs. He said he was running down to check the ice thickness and caught this person riding across Lake St. Croix. Dave, I think I'd have to wait for a little bit more ice before I'd want to attempt something like that.
I probably would as well, but some folks are making it work.
Okay.
For the week ahead, temperatures will descend more towards ice-making levels, and maybe this weekend we'll finally get a little bit of snow.
Would be nice to do some fishing. Thanks, Dave. We'll see you tomorrow night.